Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by the self-proclaimed general manager of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
Sonny, I am your greatest general manager ever.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm also joined by the co-founder and primary admin of Yep, I Like Wrestling, Mr. Kervin, a.k.a. KD Swagger.
That's right. Yup, I Like Wrestling podcast listeners. They tagged you on Facebook, Sonny. They were all over your mentions on Twitter. They mailed you letters. They text messaged you. They called you and they told you they wanted me back on this podcast.
Is he always
Keep it real, Sonny.
Tone it down, killer.
Keep it real, Sonny.
You got one mention, and that was your mother. So, and last but not least, we're also joined by the sensational Krssi Luv, who's making a return appearance as well.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me back.
Thank you for coming on again. Before we move on, let me just make a quick mention. Yep, I Like Wrestling is sponsoring a special event coming up, which is the Battle Club Pros Welcome to War Independent Wrestling Show. It's on Saturday, March 3rd at the Knights of Columbus at 106 Bergen Avenue in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Doors open at 7 p.m. and there's a free show at 6 p.m. Make sure you go check them out, battleclubpro.com. They're really cool people. Shout out to Joe Kim. With that said, let's move on to our discussion today. How's everybody feeling after Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown Live?
I feel all right. How do the rest of you feel?
Raw was excellent.
Yeah.
Long, but excellent.
Well, yes.
And we know about SmackDown,
Well,
so.
Raw was good in my opinion. Not great, not bad. SmackDown Live was, it was all right. Nothing special.
It was hard to
SmackDown is
follow.
always like that.
The Raw that they had. It was very hard to come behind and give a great show, you know?
SmackDown, they've been really lackluster lately.
I think they've been like that ever since the Superstar Shakeup. Between the brand split and the Superstar Shakeup, they were doing great.
Yeah, well, the thing is that they had a nice little start in the very beginning, and then all of a sudden it just,
yes.
I mean, it was like, oh my God, SmackDown is the best show
yeah.
on
It really
TV,
was,
and then it's just little by little, it's just been
died down.
declining.
It's like you got the seniors is on Raw, and then you have the sophomores, freshmen, and everyone else on SmackDown.
Well, hasn't SmackDown always been treated like the B show? Even
Of
when
course.
they had the better talent, they've always been treated.
It's the redheaded stepchild
Yeah.
of WWE.
But there was a time in maybe 2000, 2001 when SmackDown was still on UPN that the show
was amazing.
It was must-see TV. When you had The Undertaker, you had Kurt Angle, SmackDown used to be literally the shit. I don't know what's happened.
Well, wasn't that during the time that Paul Heyman was running SmackDown at the time?
Maybe.
Because the thing is that
maybe.
when he was the head person for SmackDown, their competition was real.
It was on point.
And
you couldn't wait for Thursday to come. You saw Raw, and then it was like, okay, Thursday, yes, we got another
This
wrestling
before
night.
It was like, okay, for all you children out there, by the way, SmackDown was not always on Tuesdays. Let Uncle Teddy take you on a trip. It started on Thursdays, and it was not live. It was taped. We all knew what happened because we went on the internet and found out on Tuesday nights. Then they moved him to Friday nights. Then they moved him back to Thursday. Then they went to USA SmackDown. Yeah, they've been everywhere.
SmackDown's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's like a Puerto Rican hooker. She's been everywhere.
Or a Dominican one. That's
Hey.
And I'm Dominican. I'm Dominican descent. I threw my own race under the bus with that one.
You really did, dude. Damn.
Really
It's like
easy.
It's like, hey, I'm defending my people. You throwing your people under the bus. God damn.
So the problem with me is I don't know the difference. Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, I don't know.
Now, who's a racist this
Yeah, that's kind of racist, Teddy.
That's so racist of you.
No, it's not.
You're going too far with that one.
It's not.
By the way,
It's his views. That's all it is.
By the way, there's some chicken wings right there for you.
I do not eat chicken in public. I'm a black man. You can't do that. I don't eat ribs or chicken in public.
Teddy,
ever.
but it's Black History Month.
That's exactly why I can't eat it. Rosa Parks did not sit on that bench next to Martin Luther King, so I would eat chicken in public. That's not. I don't know if that's what happened. I'm English. I don't know what happened in American history, but I will never do it in public. So back to the wrestling, please.
Let's start off with Raw. We'll get to SmackDown in a second because it wasn't that big of a deal this week anyway. Raw started off with a nice little gauntlet match.
Oh,
had
my God.
all 7 competitors that are going to be in the Elimination Chamber men's match. Me personally, I liked it. I thought it was a great match from beginning to end. Let's start off with Miss Krssi Luv. Krssi, how did you feel about it?
I think it was pretty good. For the fact that they gave pay-per-view matches on a Monday night was amazing. By like hour 2.5, I want to say, I'm like, okay, is it over yet?
Yes.
It's a bit long. But like the first 2 hours of the show was a must-see, I must say.
Go ahead, Kervin.
The gauntlet match, to me, it's a great idea. It was a great idea, actually. To me, it was a free pay-per-view match for us. It felt like a pay-per-view, but I felt the match, there were parts that it dragged.
It really did,
yes.
though. It really did.
I think they made it longer than it should have been.
Yes.
But look at the competitors that were involved. So they didn't want to short end anyone.
True. I must say that does make sense. But it was some points that you was just like, okay, like, we kind of know who's last and who's gonna win.
Yeah.
And what.
Of course.
I mean, I think the gauntlet match showed a lot of indication that, first of all, Roman Reigns is going to leave Elimination Chamber the winner, because they had him
God,
lose.
no, Finn
They had
Balor.
him lose clean.
They had him lose clean first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're burying him now so they could put him over on Sunday night. That's how I felt. And Braun Strowman, who won the gauntlet match,
Will lose.
he won the gauntlet match because, in my opinion, he's not going to win the Elimination Chamber match come
Poor
Sunday.
Braun. Poor
No.
Braun.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Go ahead, Teddy. What's your thoughts on
Can I just say? Can I just say that I wanted to text Teddy so bad because I just know he was just saying, "Greasy Queen, this Greasy Queen."
And I had my phone in my hand the entire time, because once he comes out, that's immediate time to check my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Grindr, my Jack. I check everything.
So you were on all of
I
that
was
for
on
like 2.5 hours.
Because I don't. Yeah, and then that's the thing. Like I kept looking up, and I'm like, wait, why is he still out here? I don't care. And then I would go back to the phone. Then I would look up 20 minutes later, and he was still. And I was like, wait a minute. Am I high? Have I fallen asleep? Why is he still? The match went on far too long for my taste. It reminded me of like back in college when you meet a frat boy and he's had too much to drink, and then he takes you back to his room with all the dirty laundry on the bed, and he just gets on top of you and just pumps away for 3 hours, and you're like, oh my God, just end this.
Is it over yet?
Oh my God! Just end your comment.
That's what it
Yeah,
was. It was endless, and we all knew
You went just as far as the gauntlet match. Teddy?
It was painful, and there was because we all knew Braun was going to come in and wreck shop. I mean, but I was not a fan of the gauntlet match. I was not.
Yeah, Braun Strowman, in my opinion, right now is being heavily protected by the WWE. They want to push him to the moon, which they're slowly doing, but at the same time, they don't want to bury him in any way possible.
He is severely limited. He's a great performer.
Limited
but
in my way.
He doesn't know much. He doesn't know how to do much. He's a big man who can't move that much.
I think
he
moves.
He's not like a Kane.
Or Big Show.
Yeah.
I think he moves better than you give him credit for. I mean, he's had great matches with the Big Show.
Because you have to keep them. Well, I could have a good match against the Big Show. The Big Show's like 90 years old. I mean, they have to keep it short. Remember, with him and Brock, the match has to be short, impactful, wow the crowd, and get him out, because Brock can't go so long, and Braun can't go so long. So yeah, they have to get him in and get him out. That's why they left him till the last. You really think he can do an hour-long match? Do you really?
Braun Strowman?
Yeah.
No, that's why they gave that responsibility to Seth Rollins, because they know he can do it.
Fucking Queen, stop talking about him. Yeah. So yeah.
All I did was mention his name, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins.
Greasy of all queens. He's like Krystal.
I mean, this is why Seth Rollins had 2 matches pretty much at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Jesus.
Literally right after the other, because they know he can do it.
Like an old, washed-up whore. Anywho, yeah. So I knew who was going to win. Is he? Didn't he kill Finn Balor? Didn't he kill Jason Jordan? Isn't Sting dead? Like literally dead thanks to
Seth Rollins?
Okay, yes, you're
Greasy
right.
Queen, yes.
Damn, you keep on bringing up all these people that he hurt.
Yeah.
I noticed no one said I was wrong, so I guess I'm right on episode 7.
Yes.
Thank you.
They're all turning in their graves right now.
Yeah. Poor Sting. Two broken hips, a broken spine.
Turning in his grave.
Yeah, it's
like Finn's never been the same.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I mean, but then again, they haven't given him the shot to be the same anyway. Because let's think about it. You know, he went out as the Universal Champion, came back, and Brock was Universal Champion, and they don't want to put Finn and Brock in the same ring, so...
No one wants to see that.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well, I mean...
I don't really want to see that, but I personally think one day we're gonna go that path. But can Finn Balor actually handle Brock Lesnar in the ring? Because he is too small.
Well, visually, it's not going to make sense. I think he can. I think they could go and they could put on a great match. But at the end of the day, they're going to put Brock over, so what's the point of putting
Finn with someone that's going to already win anyway?
Well, it depends on,
By
in my
wasting
opinion, it depends on who's running the show, Vince McMahon or Triple H. If it's Triple H, he'll get that shot. If it's Vince McMahon, he's not. That's just how I feel. And I'm talking about Finn Balor.
Did I read right that Brock is not re-signing his contract? Did I read that correctly? I thought I read that somewhere that he's not coming back.
It's possible. It's possible. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, maybe that's the setup for WrestleMania.
I think they're maybe going to take that belt off of him.
There's
He's had it for almost, what, 2 years?
Forever.
There's rumors that he might be filming a movie.
What,
Really?
Shrek
Where?
5? What the hell is he going to do?
Why?
I don't know. Those are rumors.
Go home with Sable and have,
But
have some more Sable babies.
I mean, you just never know because he's been rumored to leave, plenty of times, and he ends up retaining his title and he stays. So I guess time will tell. We're gonna have to find out later.
It's sickening that we have a champion that fights all the time on SmackDown, and then we have a women's champion that fights all the time on Raw, but we don't see our actual champion, which is Brock.
It's going back to the days of Andre the Giant, where he's used as an attraction.
Is Brock really our champion?
No.
I mean,
he has our belts.
I mean,
I agree with Teddy.
Actually, to me, the one that has our belt really is AJ Styles, because AJ Styles has the belt with all the what's the word that starts with an L and it's
legacy.
The legacy. Thank you. The lineage.
I was gonna say luxury.
That would have been wrong.
It is luxurious, but that is not the right word.
Yeah, but it's definitely a mismatch. AJ's out there every week, and Brock just strolls in, has a 2-minute match, and strolls out. Paul Heyman delivers a phenomenal promo for a man we only see once a month.
And it's sad because I love Paul Heyman, and I would love to see him more, but just that the person he represents is not there.
The question is, if Brock Lesnar leaves, does Paul Heyman stay and manage someone else, or does he leave along with Brock Lesnar?
I think he'll stay if it makes sense for him. I mean, if they put somebody
that's worthy of his time, and
because
maybe he can manage Ronda Rousey.
Paul Heyman has a lot of other stuff that he does. I mean, he has his whole marketing company, the whole Heyman Hustle thing. If he's only doing the Brock Lesnar stuff now, it may not make sense for him to stay unless they decide, hey, we have somebody else we want you to work with. Stick around. We'll make it worth your while. And then he sticks around.
Well, I know someone who could use him as a mouthpiece.
He's moving on from the Golden match. I think I know where you're going with that.
Asuka. She could use a Heyman mouthpiece. That promo
she could be his interpreter.
Oh my God! It was like Roe versus Wade. It was an abortion. I could not take it.
You mean Asuka?
Asuka, yes.
Asuka.
Not only does her English as a second language get in the way, she's then messing up promos too. You saw she got lost herself.
Yo, dude, that promo was so horrible, but then it was funny because, like, when Renee Young went into the ring, you could see the look on her face, like, now I got to do this freaking bullshit again.
Yeah. She's not too happy without Dean Ambrose.
I don't think her promo was as horrible as you guys are saying it. I don't think it was. I've heard worse promos.
Dude,
I think
she got distracted by the crowd a couple of times, and it was horrible.
I think her English has improved, but she should do more promos in Japanese, which she did one with The Miz for the Mixed Match Challenge, and I felt it was really good. Even though we don't understand her because none of us know Japanese, but I felt she should throw. I love when she goes Japanese.
But the promo,
it just wakes me up.
Okay, now let's break down.
It's like Teddy listening to a Roman Reigns talk. I'm just being honest.
Okay, well let's.
Good times. Good times.
Now you're gonna make Teddy salivate, and I can't get through with the point I was gonna make.
Thank you.
Jesus. So listen, here's the thing. That promo that she did for the mixed match challenge, it was much better, but let's be real. It was one of those shaky handheld promos that are horrible. So she basically photobombed the freaking promo, bro.
Even when she did promos in NXT in Japanese, it came out good. I felt it was good. That's just my opinion.
Language and her facial expressions, she could probably get over doing it in Japanese, but anything has got to be better than what she did on Monday. But I mean, if Heyman wanted to help out Asuka, that would be great. But,
I don't think Heyman will because of the fact that Asuka's actually talking. Now, Ronda Rousey, if she turns heel, because obviously she's going to be a face for now, but if she turns heel this year and she's a full-time wrestler, Paul Heyman is the perfect guy for her.
I disagree. I would rather her be heel and not speak because her in-ring is so devastating. then as a
You got that
face,
right.
Sort of what they're doing with Shayna Baszler in NXT.
yeah, I mean that's a good example.
I'm not really a Ronda Rousey fan.
Not at all.
I actually don't really like her.
Nope.
I see the sensational
Sad.
Krssi Luv is not having it over
Physically,
here.
she's sort of my type.
You like women who could beat your ass?
Nah,
Is that
not
what
like
you're
that.
into?
Not like that. I'm talking visually, like appearance-wise.
She's very rough on the eyes. You
but I don't
sure?
know. She's you know what Ronda Rousey is. She's like one of those girls that think they're all that in high school and they never talk to you. Not that if I was in that position ever. You know,
Dude, you just like
not
put
what
yourself on
happens?
blast on that
No,
one.
no, I'm just
You're
saying.
sinking in that
I'm
hole.
just
Yeah.
saying.
Funny
I'm
how
just saying.
history rewrites itself. But okay, continue.
Shout out to Saunders High School, Yonkers, New York.
I'm not happy about her at all. Her promo, you can put as many promos as you want about Ronda Rousey. I'm not happy. I don't care. I'll just sit back.
I
I'll
agree.
go to the bar, get something to drink. I'll come back when it's over.
So you're not having it.
I'm with Krssi.
No.
You're not having
No.
it? Shout out to Alex, who showed up yet again on Monday Night Raw. What is this, number 8? Number 9?
Yeah, that's like number 15.
You know, she's always on Raw. Ronda Rousey girl. Shout out to Alex. But
Yes.
so no, you're not feeling it, Miss
Not
Sensational?
Not feeling her at all.
No?
Her she has no ring person. Like, it's so bad. Like, I don't think she's gonna change at all. If it is, I'll eat my words.
And another thing about Ronda Rousey is you can't throw her in the main event at WrestleMania against Charlotte because number one, I don't think she'll be ready.
No.
Number two, will be a slap in the face to the other women that worked hard for that moment.
The Queen will not have that. No,
and I don't think
absolutely
she's not ready for it.
So here's why I think it would be a good move to put in the ring with Charlotte is because of the fact that you have someone that can make Ronda look good. You got to put her in the ring with someone that's gonna make her look really strong. Because the thing is that Ronda's on a long-term contract. Whoever she gets in the ring with has to be someone that can make her look like a star and then help catapult her to the next pay-per-view as she still is trying to come along. Because that promo package they did of Ronda, of her training and everything, honestly, I thought she looked a little clunky. They didn't really show her taking bumps. She was really just hitting people,
And she was like running back and forth on the ropes. That's it. You didn't do much.
And the running back and forth on the ropes wasn't that great either.
Nope.
Because I mean, we see wrestling enough to be like, all right, that looked natural. She didn't look natural in those running the ropes.
I understand what you're saying, Sonny, as well as you, Krssi. But I personally think we're gonna see Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, and she's going to have a partner. Whether it's Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, sorry Teddy, The Rock, or even Kurt Angle.
But
I think she's going to be in that situation.
But here's the bad thing about doing that. If that's what you're gonna do with her, why the hell did you bring her into the ring at the Royal Rumble to face off with Asuka and Charlotte and Alexa
I'll
Bliss?
tell you why. To make you think that she's going to face one of those women. It's reverse psychology. Not only that, they wanted to be the talk of the world come Monday morning. Ronda Rousey was in a WWE ring and she signed a contract. They wanted you to talk about that. They wanted you to think that she was going to face Charlotte, Asuka, or Alexa Bliss down the road. She shook Stephanie McMahon's hand and it has people thinking, oh my God, she's going to team with Stephanie McMahon. They're cool. It's reverse psychology. That's how WWE does things.
All right, well
there
that
are other
whole signing at Elimination
There's other
Chamber
women
we'll
that she
get
can
to in a minute.
probably-
Yeah, why
like-
not? So it doesn't necessarily have to be Miss Bliss, Miss Flair, or Asuka. There
Give
are
her-
plenty
give her
of other
Foxy.
women. Some of the women who are actually fighting on Raw.
Foxy's hurt.
Oh, yeah,
Foxy's
that's right.
hurt, and she's hurt in more ways than one, physically and relationship-wise, because she's now single.
Oh,
Oh,
poor thing.
God. Poor
Who was
thing.
she going out with?
I really don't know, but she announced on social media that she's single. So if any of you wrestling fans are listening in, you can slide into her DMs on Instagram.
Yeah, and the only thing is that Kervin's telling you now because he already did it early and he got rejected.
I did not. I swear I did it.
Kervin already got the. Oh, that was sweet.
If it was Naomi or Nikki Bella, different story. But
Ew, Nikki Bella.
yeah, I love Nikki Bella. I love the Bella twins.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm part of the Bella army.
He said that's
Nikki-
disgusting.
They're actually on top of my wish list to meet.
Oh,
You know,
that's
like wrestlers you
disgusting.
want to meet, they're actually on top of the
The
list.
very top?
I don't know about number one, but they're up there.
Okay.
Oh, because I was about to say, then again, you already met Ric Flair, so you're good. So,
God, Nikki Bella's like NYCHA housing. Nothing good
And
comes from that.
I've also met Mark Henry,
damn.
Crime Time. So
Say.
like NYCHA housing.
She is Nikki Bella. She's
The
terrible.
Bella twins and John Cena are on top of my list, to me.
Well, I'll take John
I'll
Cena.
take John Cena.
I'll take the Bella twins.
Please
And
do.
Naomi.
Take them far away.
Yeah, Naomi I've met. Naomi's a darling.
Love
And
to
she
She's a
brings
sweetheart.
her
Yeah.
sexy husband too.
Hallelujah.
Moving on.
I need me a Titus Worldwide T-shirt.
Yo, honestly, I'm telling you, Titus Worldwide is one good promo away from being a really good thing.
They could be pushed. They're just not being pushed. They need one more push.
I
They
agree
just-
with Sonny.
They need. It's not so much they need to be pushed. I think they just need to come up with something that gets them over. Because you can only be pushed so far. Like right now, they're being put in the spotlight. Like they have the opportunity to go on a come up. It's just a matter of
Will the audience like it and will they take it
well,
in?
they have like basically WWE took them to the well. Now it's on them to drink the water. So
They're drinking pretty slow.
yeah,
I hope they start
sure-
drinking a little bit faster.
They sure are. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because when we get to Elimination Chamber preview,
I mean,
we'll
they
touch on that again.
They did shorten Apollo Cruz's name, and supposedly
Just Apollo
rumor
now.
has it that they did it because of the mass shooting in Parkland, Florida. But in my personal opinion,
Why would they do that?
because the kid that actually did the shooting, his name is Nicholas Cruz,
Yeah,
but it's spelled differently.
yeah. I mean, dude,
What?
my girl's last name is Cruz. It's like, nah, that's I think
I wasn't the one that shortened his name. I
no,
agree with you.
I think they may have shortened the name because they just needed to shorten the name because the name wasn't trending.
I think they shortened the name because they actually believe in him. They shortened a lot of names in the past, and they've all been wrestlers that they actually have some type of belief in, and the wrestlers have gotten the push. Cesaro, Rusev, Elias. Now it's Apollo. I think they believe in Apollo.
Didn't Neville have two names and then he was just
Yes,
showing
and
to
Neville's
Neville as
another
well,
one.
yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up, Teddy. Neville's another one they shortened the name, and then after his name was shortened, he became Cruiserweight Champion. They actually believe in Apollo, in my opinion. But I do agree with you, Sonny, on
I don't.
it being petty that they did it because of that reason.
Yeah, I thought
But
they would.
WWE is so sensitive that they would do that. But I think it's more to the story.
I mean, unless we know that for sure, I wouldn't even. I would just say that was just somebody that just assumed it.
I love Titus O'Neil. I've always thought he was entertaining, even back when he was with the
Darren Young.
original
Prime
Greasy Queen,
time players.
Darren Young, yeah.
The original Greasy Queen.
He was the original Greasy Queen before Seth Rollins. and
Prime
Greasy
time
Queen.
players were actually a really good tag
Well, very
team, especially when they
Yes.
had Abraham in Washington.
I like Titus O'Neil. Apollo, I don't see it. He's a graham cracker. I don't see it.
Graham cracker.
He's a
really?
graham cracker. A boring brown thing. A graham cracker.
Oh.
That's what he is. I don't feel it for him. I am more entertained by Dana Brooke's breast than I am Apollo. And he can do all
I
the
second
flipping.
that.
Thank you. Give me a 2 sweet on that one.
Too sweet.
I third that too as well.
2 sweet on that. So he can do as many flips as he wants to. I am not entertained by Apollo. And I don't even find him that attractive. And I pretty much find everyone attractive.
How do you feel,
I was-
Krssi? Let's make it
I
a
was
grand
about to
slam
ask-
with Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke, I can look at her, but I can't hear her talk. Just let her just let her
She's a
just
good statistician.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
well,
Oh wow,
you
you're keeping a real kayfabe on that one. All right. Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
She-
She's
she
a real
look
good
her, but-
statistician.
I don't even think she has numbers written down on the paper.
No,
Like
it's
her
always
makeup got
blank.
better
She's
this
always
week?
tapping the paper, but it's always
Yeah,
blank.
She's
Yeah,
tapping it like an iPad.
Yeah.
I got the numbers. You just follow my lead.
I am more
Shut
entertained
up.
by that than Apollo. I don't see it.
So Apollo, I think, has a great moveset, but he's not great at telling a story.
It's not.
Because sometimes you don't need the high spots to tell a good story. You could keep it on the mat and just go about just showing the intensity and grittiness. With that said, I mean, we'll see where they go.
I mean, but
It'll be nice to see Titus finally in a better situation.
Yeah.
I think he's a little one-dimensional. Be by himself though.
It's
That's the
best that
only
he's
problem.
in the,
Let's try
it's
it.
best that he's in the
Well, they
stable.
tried it,
They-
and
they tried it, yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't do much.
barely.
They tried it, but what happened was he ended up getting suspended because
he
there was a
grabbed
time where he
Vince's
grabbed.
hand, yeah.
Vince
Oh,
McMahon.
yeah, that's
that
right.
Really,
Talk
that
about
really,
a racist. Yeah.
That really killed his buzz as a singles wrestler.
This month, right?
Yeah, I know. I can't deal with. I'm not dealing with Vince this week. I can't do it.
Or this month?
No, not this month. I can't.
Okay. They defeated the tag team champions, so let's see what happens at Elimination Chamber, which we will get to in a couple of minutes. And then the final match, let's talk about the women's tag team match. We had Sasha and Bailey and Mickey James.
Ugh, God.
Versus, Jesus Christ, I feel like I was hearing Teddy for a second.
You know, really? Yeah.
I love this match. I love the whole women's division.
Versus Alexa Bliss, Sonya
women's
Deville,
division is
and
beautiful.
Mandy Rose.
Oh God.
Future ex-wife number 13?
Oh, she's dropped. She was 6 the other
I'm
time.
about to say.
Yeah,
dropped.
there's been a couple of others that have advanced.
She looks like she's used to dropping to her knees, so yeah.
Hey, you know. I mean,
She's a cheap cum rag, I swear to God, every time I look at her.
you know what it is? You know, some of the other ones have been coming up. You know, in the late teens, early 20 range, I ain't gonna front. Sonya Devilla's getting up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are times that hard, Sonny? Wow.
No.
Is Allison not? Is
Oh,
still
damn.
like? Is she mad at you? Sonya Deville of all people.
Hey.
Who next? Ruby Riott? Like woo.
Oh no, chill. We ain't.
Yeah.
I'm never going there.
Jeez.
That
now.
Who let the dogs out? But I'm not gonna say that because that would be. Is that slut shaming or face shaming? I don't know anymore.
I think it's a combo of both.
Combo of both.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that she's ugly, but I'm just gonna repeat it. But I'm not gonna say it. There's
We
a
just
difference.
feel that same love. That's all it is, right?
She's
Ugh.
terrible. I
Yeah.
had a nightmare about her the other day.
They were
It
up
was just
close
her
in her
face.
face the other
know-
day. I was like, why?
It was.
No.
So you remember
Far back.
you guys seen that movie The Night at the Museum?
Oh, with Robin Williams?
Yeah. So the part 2, right? In part 2, they had a thing with Hank Azaria, and he was like leading this army that came out of like this whole thing, and they all had like these hawk faces.
Yeah.
I thought of Ruby Riott when I saw
Ruby
it.
Riott. She is not a pleasant person to look at.
And then they keep putting that black makeup on her, like that makes it even better.
Nah, it's-
Unflattering.
yeah, but yeah. So anyway,
That's on SmackDown.
as we totally face
You
shame.
know who she reminds me of? George the Animal Steel. Shout out to George the Animal Steel. Rest in peace.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
turning in his grave.
He is. But he doesn't have to look at Ruby Riott. We do.
Yeah, right.
That's why he's
Back to
turning in
the
his grave.
ladies'
He's turning
match.
down.
Can I just say, Sasha is the hardest working prostitute in a whorehouse. Don't get me wrong. I don't like Sasha. I don't care. Never have. But she's out there every week with a grueling match. She's getting her head.
How about that?
She's out there
How about
working.
that?
She's sweaty like a whore, but she's out there doing work.
How about that?
So I'm shocked. I still don't like her. She could work for sanitation. I don't care. Take my garbage away. I don't care. But she's out there every week doing the damn thing. So I want to shout her out, but not too much because I don't like her.
Yes,
But
no.
She's
You
the
whi-
hardest
Sasha's-
working-
you whisper
Sasha
her out.
really-
Whisper her out.
Yeah. Like I never did like her, but she's out there doing it every week, and these are some hard matches that she's taken. So-
Absolutely. Like the last 3 weeks, she's been like in some brutal matches.
Yeah, she's been taking it rough.
Not only that, she was in the Royal Rumble. She had the longest time
Forever.
in the women's Royal Rumble
In history.
in
So
history.
credit
Well,
where
it's
it's
only
due.
been 1 year.
Definitely credit where it's due.
Yeah, so I'll give her that. But Mickey James, I'm loving. I like seeing Mickey James.
I love Mickey James.
do.
Oh my God.
That's
She's
baby
a
mama
throwback.
right there.
Oh, really?
That's
My
that's
word.
baby mama.
Kids
Yeah.
cry vomit.
She's a MILF already.
Mickey jumped up.
Yeah, Mickey could definitely get it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't give it much to women, but she could get it. I would try it. I would think about trying it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Okay.
More
if
than
you
Mandy Rose. Come on. Mickey or Mandy? Come on, Krssi. I'm putting you on the spot. Mickey or Mandy?
I'm not a Mickey James. Never have been.
It's-
Never
but-
will.
but
Mandy over Mickey?
I'm picking.
All right,
I'm,
Mandy or Ruby Riott?
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm picking
I
Mickey
think,
over
I
Mandy.
think,
I
I think a
think-
blind man would say Mandy.
Overall, no. First of all, my girl is Naya. That's my girl. I'm sticking with
Okay.
her. I'll pick her over all of them.
Who should never do sneak attacks, by the way. Where are you sneaking to? Where is she going? We all heard her running. Where was she sneaking?
My poor girl. Oh my God. Can we just say how awful that was? Like,
It was terrible.
So we're
And-
going to rehash how horrible that is again.
oh.
I mean, Renee heard her coming. Oscar heard her coming.
And it's like I don't know if Oscar was like trying to duck before she got there. Like the whole thing was all bad. Like
Yeah,
it was just.
It was just bad.
But no, I'm not a Mickey James fan. I don't. Her attire, everything is just like, who wears bell bottoms? What year is it? Come
She's
on.
been doing that since 2006. I love it.
Moving on to SmackDown. So we start off the show with AJ Styles in the ring with a yet disinterested Renee Young.
Yet again, that coke whore is never interested in anything. She
Dude,
misses Dean Ambrose. She
If she's
really
not,
does.
if she's not behind the desk, she looks totally uninterested.
I don't know. Maybe the crowd is throwing her off. But it's something that's not there.
Yeah,
It's a disconnect somewhere.
it's definitely a disconnect because it's almost like she goes into the ring and her body language reeks of
So.
Yeah. And she always
About
starts off with
all every week.
So I'm
Every
here
week.
again,
Yeah.
and it's you.
She's over it.
Yeah,
She's over it. You can tell it in her facial expressions.
Like she's game for any behind a desk thing. All good.
She's like, so I'm looking at ESPN as my next job. So you tell me about your match while I half-heartedly listen.
Renee Young should just stick to the pre-show, and that's it.
Yeah, without question, because she's great on the pre-show.
Talking, and you know the shows on WWE Network after the pay-per-views, Talking Smack or Raw Talk, whatever it is, she should stick to that as well.
And I mean, let's just run down the card. We had Kevin Owens defeat Dolph Ziggler.
That's a greasy queen right there.
Which one?
Dolph.
That
is a
He's
greasy
a little
queen.
ramen-y. We talked about LA in the last show. His hair reminds me of Top Ramen.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so I'll
does.
take top ramen over greasy.
I would take anything over that greasy Crisco slut. Here's the thing.
I'll take Seth
Did
over
you
it.
see Kevin Owens kick Dolph Ziggler in the back of the head? That was a vicious kick.
Yes.
I was like, wow, that kind of hurt to watch.
That was an uptown beatdown.
Yeah, that was a bit much.
Pawns jump up to get beat
But I
down.
was wondering, since he's come back, I didn't think he would be losing already.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to.
Hey, he signed a new contract. It's like, hey, we signed you to be a jobber.
He's the little engine that could.
The little engine that couldn't.
Dolph, at one point, Dolph was like, really?
The next Shawn Michaels, if I remember people saying that correctly.
Like, even when he had Lana, like,
Literally.
he was still like,
WWE tends to take their guys granted, just like how Krssi was explaining. It's like they know. It's like, okay, Dolph, we know you're gonna be here for a while. We're taking you for granted.
I hope he doesn't leave like some of the other guys have.
I
though.
thought he was going to leave.
was
I'm
one
actually
of the
shocked he
few
signed the deal.
To survive the Spirit Squad, he came back, and it looked like they had such high hopes for him, but he's just always hitting that second spot, and can never surpass it. I don't know. By this point, I think we've kind of lost faith in him. But we do need a whipping boy, so it's often going to be Dolph.
Well, somebody has to be demonized, and it's looking like it's Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Just because, you know what? Remember, wrestling is all about entertaining and antagonizing your fans. So
That is true.
how else do you antagonize? You take a crowd favorite like Dolph Ziggler, and you kick him in the head.
Come square in the nuts. Yep.
Or you do both.
Yeah.
Metaphorically and literally.
I did love him when Lana broke up with Rusev and she got with
Yes!
Dolph,
And she
and
wore
then
like a little
Summer
jeans.
Rae. I did enjoy that storyline
She
because
had
it
a
was the
little
first time we
jean
got.
jacket on and some jean skirts, and she still walked her way, but you know that she was still with Dolph.
I was thoroughly entertained by that.
I think that was a great storyline when they did that.
Yeah.
Summer Rae and Lana in a cat fight. That was good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Shout out, happy Rusev Day, everyone. By
Oh
the
yeah.
way,
By the way,
Day.
happy Rusev Day to all of you,
happy
and
Rusev Day to all.
and to all a happy Rusev Day.
And if I don't see you guys tomorrow, happy Rusev
Happy
Day.
Rusev
Happy
Day.
Rusev
So
Day.
good.
God bless Rusev
Can
Day.
I say that the whole Jinder Mahal, Bobby
Oh,
Roode,
dear.
and Randy Orton thing?
Oh God.
I was just waiting for them to say it's going to be a triple threat match. But now it's still just two, but I'm sure by the time Fastlane comes around, it's going to be three of them.
It feels like Teddy Long is back and everything is a triple threat match now. Like, yeah, like
If it's not three
Holla,
people,
holla.
it's four people.
You know, against the Undertaker.
It's
yeah,
like everyone
I'm
is
good,
going. It's
man.
like they're putting all their guys all in one match. I don't know if they just feel
I'm
like
really loving Bobby Roode. I'm liking his whole thing. And by the way, him and Charlotte make a cute couple, by the way. If you're listening, Miss Flair, hit that hard. Anywho, what
they
happened
were
to
great.
Jinder Mahal?
They were great together last night.
Last week he was champion. Now he's like scrubbing floors at the arena. Jinder Mahal has fallen so badly.
Jinder Mahal is like a really hot chick that got pregnant after prom, and then
Don't you hate it when that
you know,
happens?
yeah.
Like I would know, but just,
Or
Like,
or a
he had-
major league
I don't
pitcher
know
with
who-
Tommy John surgery.
it's just so. I feel bad
he
for
pissed
him.
off somebody really bad, and they made him go. They made him go really far down.
And did he lose one of his little?
Oh yeah,
side
Yo, what-
he
what-
got injured. He got
One of them is
injured.
gone? Okay.
Yes.
one of them finally got injured because
One of
yo,
them
they
got-
were getting flipped all over the place, and I'm
Yeah.
like
One of them, I
surprised
think-
that they
yeah,
were
one of them-
still alive.
Yeah, one of
is
them
gone?
got. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even realize they weren't on TV until
One of them
now.
is
You
not
guys have
there,
mentioned
yeah.
it.
He could have just got one, and he's
It's like I
man,
forgot all about
if
them.
you missing, he needs two. So they got to get like somebody that look like him or something, because it doesn't look good with one person. He
Yeah,
needs two
it's like you don't. It's kind of hard to have a henchman instead of a henchman.
henchmen. Yes.
So you know,
Poor Jinder.
we also had the Riot Squad defeat Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi. Sounds like another snooze fest.
Not really, not for me. I
Charlotte did
love
her
Naomi.
thing.
No, I'm gonna
Charlotte
say no.
always does her
That
thing.
match was
Yeah.
actually pretty good. I didn't think that the Riot Squad, would win, but
Yeah.
because
Well-
they've been going on a roll these last couple of weeks where Charlotte has been beating them. So I didn't think that since Charlotte had a crew with her now that she would lose.
Well, here's
Like, that
here's
was
my
just-
here's my little
like, it was
confession.
a big hype of it.
Actually pulled a muscle the other day, so I was actually on muscle relaxer. So I actually fell asleep during the very beginning intro.
You guys are so harsh.
So like
Naomi's entrance alone is worth my cable bill.
Yo, I fell asleep when Becky came out.
Yeah, most people do.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you missed a hell of an entrance by Naomi then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean I like Naomi's entrance, but
shout out to the glow.
I'm feeling the glow. That's for sure.
Follow her on Instagram. She
Yeah,
posts some hot pics.
She does.
But yeah,
And
the
that
Riot
fine husband
Squad.
of hers.
That's BM number 2.
Baby mama number 2. Really, you're gonna rack up child support. Let me tell you. Okay.
see, I'm just talking about ex-wives.
He's talking about baby mamas.
If you talking about baby mamas, I mean,
Yeah, I want pregnancy and all.
Gonna be so high.
dude, you know
Garnish all that
what?
money.
You could deal with that. I'm trying to just find ex-wives.
And
That's
then the Bella twins, give me those 4, give me those 3, along with Mickey James, and that's at least 60% out of my check.
it. Okay, DMX.
Jeez, Joe, God.
I will need 11 more for DMX, but I can name 11 more if you guys want me to.
Nah, we're good.
That's who
I was
Ruby
about to
Riot
say.
looks like. DMX. Now that you bring it to my attention,
Who?
Ruby Riot looks like DMX. That's who they're. That's who they're reminds me of. Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
I still don't get it, Sarah Logan. However, I just figured out what she should have done in WWE Drop the Ball. Why was Sarah Logan not booked to be Sister Abigail? She looks exactly like Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that would have been a great
She's from the country.
thing.
She's a hillbilly.
And the way she dressed,
Exactly.
yes.
She was rumored to be.
And she can
Sister
definitely
Abigail.
be a part of his whole act. Yes.
Exactly. When I was watching, I was like, wait, who does she remind me of? Wait, she kind of looks like Bray Wyatt.
I
And they dropped
mean,
the ball right there.
yeah, of course they did. I mean, it makes you feel like, are they ever going to have someone become Sister Abigail, or is Sister Abigail always going to be the mythical creature that...
Bray
I think
Wyatt in
she's gonna be the
drag.
mythical
Bray
creature.
Wyatt did it in drag, which I thought was a huge snooze fest. So yeah,
that was horrible.
I mean,
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sarah
and we
Logan-
know how you feel about greasy queens anyway.
I can't
Me
stand
personally, I
the
think they should keep her as Sister Abigail as a myth character.
It's
Bray
looking
Wyatt.
like that's how they're gonna do it anyway. Then we also had the New Day beat Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, and they're gonna be taking on the
Another greasy queen.
Usos.
I feel like everyone's a greasy queen now. Yeah.
The WWE is
Like who? Like
greasy
the whole
queen.
headband and the hair. He might as well just cut it all off.
So
like,
you hate Mr. Gable, do you?
I hate him.
Really?
hate him.
I think he's great in ring.
Anyone who can lift Big E over his head deserves an honorable mention.
Yes, but-
I don't. Him and Shelton, I never really cared for.
No, they're not.
Shelton's someone who never got pushed the way they should have been pushed, but that's a whole nother
He's another
story.
one. Yep.
I think the Usos versus New Day match at Fastlane is going to lead to a triple threat match between New Day, Usos, and the Bludgeon Brothers at WrestleMania 34.
Well, the Bludgeon Brothers
Took on another local.
competitor.
The poor guys that had to do.
Oh my God.
You see them like,
Oh my God.
and they look younger and younger, like
my-
fresh.
I
meat.
can't wait to go home and watch it tonight.
It reminds me back in the 80s where there was a jobber match every week. But then for
was.
some reason, I don't remember any jobbers in the Attitude Era. Like, I don't remember any. Now all of a sudden, they're coming out of the woodwork for Nia, Asuka, and the Bludgeon Brothers. Like, where are we finding these local competitors?
I mean, you never know. I mean, James Ellsworth, he got his shine by being
God.
a local competitor
Mr.
against
Chin
Braun
himself.
Strowman. So you never know.
That was a
Or
train
lack
wreck.
thereof.
Yeah.
And now he
James
has the
Ellsworth.
intergender title. He made his own title. which is
Oh yeah,
another
that's
story.
right. And he's been talking about he's like defending it all over the country. It's hilarious. You got to check his Twitter.
Oh, no thank you. No thank you. Twitter is only for porn. No thank you. No thank you.
Go ahead, give him a follow.
No. Do not follow me on Twitter. You do not.
No.
Do not
I'm
follow
talking
me.
about. I said for you to give Ellsworth a follow.
Oh, no.
We're not promoting your Twitter
we
at
don't.
all.
We don't. We don't do that.
Hell no.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah. That's not one that I'm doing.
But Seth Rollins follows me, so that's all I'm going to say already right there. He follows me on Twitter. That's all I'm going to say.
You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised.
And we had
Smoking
our
gun.
champion,
And AJ Styles, of course, taking on Baron Corbin.
the
He beat him.
the no hairline Baron Corbin,
Oh, God.
The
Well, he was entertaining for the first time. He did put on a good match.
and his promo wasn't that bad either.
It wasn't. Unfortunately, we have
Well,
to
you
look at
talking
him.
about the promo at the beginning of the show? That shit was horrible.
No,
He's done worse.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but from going from a F to a D, from an F to a C minus, I can't say that wrong.
yeah, it's not an A, but
Yeah.
It's not A.
No,
but for who he is and that face we have to look at with that no hairline.
it's not a
like,
receding hairline. That's like a coming in neckline, because it's coming like the opposite way. I think he was better at NXT.
Me personally, I'm not a Baron Corbin fan, but I think he has improved when it comes to promos.
Perhaps he has, yes. Unfortunately,
he has improved. There was one point where I was like, he's horrible. I don't want to hear him.
I'm not going to
But now I'm slightly on the side of, you know what, let me hear what he has to say.
Exactly.
I think he and Ruby Riott have the perfect faces for radio. They do. If we could just put on a wrestling match on radio with those two, we'd all be good.
That, you know what? I would actually second that.
I will pass on that one.
On radio? You wouldn't want to hear them on radio? Watch them on radio? So,
you can't watch no one on radio. This is,
that joke was lost.
that joke is already on the plane headed to Puerto Rico. I know.
God, Kervin, I hate you.
So this Sunday, we've got a pay-per-view coming in, the Elimination Chamber. Is anyone excited?
Well, I am excited for one quick thing. Shameless plug. We're doing our Elimination Chamber party at Legends on Sunday. So if you haven't made plans, come through, watch it with a bunch of wrestling nerds. It's going to be a really fun time.
Come meet KD, Swagger, at Elimination Chamber.
Dude, we want them to come to the party.
I'm going to be there. That's enough.
I'll be the first one that greets you at the door.
Oh, shit. No. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Please, don't say that. Don't say that.
Everyone got busy just then. Did you see that?
Everybody like, oh, yeah, I'm busy then. We didn't tell you what time. Don't worry about it. I'll be busy all day.
Washing my hair all day.
But, yeah, listen, we're going to have a great party. Me, Kervin, and the self-proclaimed general manager is going to be here.
Come shake my hand.
Yes.
Well, be careful when you shake his hand, because you don't know where it's been.
Sonny Sofrito is signing autographs before 8 p.m., by the way.
Come through, have a Sonny Sofrito burger. That is not bullshit. There is a Sonny Sofrito burger here. And so now moving on to the Elimination Chamber preview. We're going to make our picks. So, the men's Elimination Chamber match.
I'm going to go with Mr. Finn.
So, all right, Finn for you.
I'm loving everything about that gorgeous man.
All right.
And it's just when he looks at you, isn't it? Just.
Krssi and I are going to go take a nap together, everyone. Yes. We'll be back in a moment. Finn Balor. Yeah.
Finn.
All right.
Finn.
So
now that's who I would love to win.
So, Teddy, who you see winning the men's Elimination Chamber match?
You know what? I don't really know. I just want it to be entertaining. I just want them to put on a good show. I don't really care who wins, even if it's unfortunately perhaps John Cena. I just want them to put on a good match. I just don't want another.
But if you had a gun to your head,
well, Braun. I would just love him to go in there and literally tear the chamber apart. That would be interesting if he could do that. Like just bust into people's pods and do all that. Break it up.
All right. Kervin, who's your pick to win on Sunday?
My pick is Roman Reigns to win the Elimination Chamber match for the men. And they're gonna start the match with 3 men in the ring.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
No, because there's people that think they're gonna have 2 men in one pod, but I think they're gonna have one
that
man.
Be awesome.
Yeah. You don't. You really had to set this up for Teddy like that, bro.
Roman Reigns.
There's people that think they're gonna have 2 men in one pod. I think they're gonna have 1 man in each pod. They're gonna start the match with 3, but I got Roman Reigns winning the match.
All right. Any of you think that they're gonna put 2 guys in one pod? Anybody that thinks there's going to be 2 guys in one pod, you're out of your mind.
No, they're starting with 3.
They're starting with 3. It's a triple threat match, elimination chamber match. That's basically what it's going to be. So if you thought the other way,
but can we just imagine Roman Reigns sharing
we
a pod
are not
with
going to.
Balor?
No, that's all right.
Oh, man.
Moving along.
Me and Teddy just gonna sit
pod
watch.
ever.
Best pod ever.
Moving along, we're gonna go on to our next match, which is the. Well, by the way, my pick, I gotta go with KD. I think Roman's winning. So anyway, first ever women's elimination chamber match. Who you think is winning?
I'm gonna think outside of the box with this one. And say one of the girls from Absolution might win.
Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville?
I want to say Mandy.
Oh,
so you got Mandy Rose.
It's a long shot. You know, you can win $3,300 right now if you bet on Mandy Rose and she wins.
Really?
Yeah, you got to play it at the 50-cent spot up in the Heights where Kervin's uncle works at, and he gives you really good odds.
Just like Teddy said, I just want a good match. I mean, it's gonna be the first women's one, so.
Put on a good show. That's all.
Maybe Alexa Bliss will win because she's still the champion, but I want to go with someone that's not going to be an undercard. Let's do an undercard.
All right. I got you. I got you. So how about you, Mr. Seti?
I just want a good show. Any of those ladies I'd be thoroughly entertained by.
So gun to your head again?
Well, if Mandy Rose is winning, pull that fucking trigger because I'm not fucking watching that shit. God, Mandy Rose. It just reminds me when I was a kid, I zipped my zipper up too fast one time. That's what just Mandy Rose reminds me of. I don't know, Mickey James, fuck it, if I had to.
So you got Mickey, all right. And Kervin, who you
I
got?
have Alexa Bliss retaining her title and winning the match.
Miss Bliss.
Miss Bliss.
All right, cool. So that's your picks. And then for the rest of the card, we have Asuka versus Nia Jax.
I hope
Asuka.
Nia wins.
I have Asuka winning,
Yeah.
but I don't see Nia Jax being pinned. And it wouldn't shock me if they have a double pin. But I don't think Nia Jax will get
Is that
pinned.
easy?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
well,
going Nia.
you going Nia?
Nia Jax all the way.
All right,
You know
Nia
how I
Jax.
feel about that.
They're so protective of that streak. I don't see Asuka losing this soon. Perhaps to Miss Rousey, maybe, but not now. Unfortunately, I would love Nia to win, but they're not going to do it just yet.
Okay.
And then I wonder how she would pin or like defeat her. You know?
I don't know. They'll figure out some way to screw
And
it
she's
up.
she's such a big girl and a beautiful girl. I hope, yeah.
All right, so how about real quick? My picks are Alexa for the Elimination Chamber match, as well as I think Nia's gonna win her match against Asuka by disqualification, so that you protect the streak, but at the same time you get Nia Jax in the main event.
Oh yes, that
So
makes sense.
that's my pick.
Still go to WrestleMania, still getting the shine.
Okay.
I'll take that one.
Next match, Ronda Rousey Raw contract signing. Who's winning that?
Everyone who has to use the bathroom at that time.
Yeah.
I think the winner of that match is going to be the ones that actually want Stephanie McMahon to face Ronda Rousey at
It's
WrestleMania,
not
because I think the seeds for that to happen will happen that
All right.
night.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say it again and again and again. Ronda Rousey is not going up against Stephanie McMahon
All right,
at
we'll see.
WrestleMania.
They can't.
We'll see.
It would be the most horrible
I have them
fucking
in
match.
I have them in a mixed match challenge type of match. I think it's going to be
A mixed tag match. I got it,
Mixed
yeah.
tag match. Stephanie McMahon, Triple H versus Ronda Rousey, and a partner, whether it's Kurt Angle,
Enzo
Braun
Amore.
Strowman,
What?
Seth Rollins, or
God, that greasy
Braun,
queen.
or Kurt Angle, something like that
Yo,
combination.
dude, you just said Enzo Amore.
I would love Enzo and Ronda versus Triple H and Stephanie. I would.
There's so many things
would.
wrong with that. I'm not even going into
Just
it.
would. It would just be awesome. Just the awkwardness.
Yeah, there would be a lot of awkwardness in that match.
It's like if Stephanie inducted China into the Hall of Fame. It would just be so fucking awkward. I would fucking love it.
What if Ronda
Love
Rousey
it.
tags with CM Punk?
That would be good too, because you know Triple H hates him anyway. Yes.
Yeah,
That
and
would
that shit is
Actually,
never
that
happening.
would be good since they're both from MMA. That
Yeah,
kind of would.
and they're friends.
That would
They're
be.
good.
That would work. That would work.
They're good friends too.
That actually wouldn't be a bad
I'll
thing.
consider watching Ronda then.
That would actually be entertaining.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you know that shit has like such a high potential for it to go like
Good.
off script.
That would actually be good.
All right, and then Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
Oh, jeez.
I have Matt Hardy winning this match.
He has been losing a lot lately, so it would make sense for that to happen.
They're not getting the same feedback that they thought they would get when they brought that character, when they finally got the character to come over to it.
It's not hitting on TV. It might be hitting in the arena way more, but it's not hitting on TV.
And somewhere Dixie Carter is as happy as a faggot with a bag full of dicks, because she just wanted that storyline to die.
Yeah.
She wanted it to die.
But she held on to it for like
she
the
did.
longest.
She sued him, and then she's so happy that it's tanking. And I'm Bray versus Matt. No one cares. This will probably be when I go hook up with somebody just to distract myself for 3 minutes. Like, yeah, just.
And our viewing party is at Legends.
I will literally be in the
33rd
bathroom
Street.
at Legends. Like, no one cares. No one cares.
Listen, as long as you're not stalking or creeping, being like creepy and shit by the bathroom. Like,
Speaking
please.
of Enzo Amore,
Hey,
you know.
hey, Enzo. Hey, make sure you catfish Enzo Amore.
It
So
looks
that-
like the tag match is absent from the pay-per-view.
So as of right now, there's no tag match on the official card.
According to my sources, it's going to be The Bar versus Titus
Where did you
Worldwide.
get sources from?
My sources,
You have
Teddy.
a
Don't-
source?
sources.
I want sources, Sonny.
That
Right.
shit was
Yeah.
that was Pito from the corner that was like, yo, papa, there's gonna be a match, bro. There's gonna be a match, bro. Don't worry about that shit, bro.
He sold you a dime bag and some WWE news. Is that what happened?
I know people in high places, Teddy. Don't worry. That
High
match is
people.
going.
See, he said it himself.
High people in low places? What? No, but seriously, basically Titus put out a tweet that they want the bar at the Elimination Chamber. My thinking is there is going to be a match, like Kervin said, But it's probably gonna be on the pre-show.
Yeah,
So,
2 in the afternoon.
If
so you
there
start
is
the
there
goddamn
is a
pre-show.
match between those guys, I have the bar retaining the titles.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean Titus Worldwide is not over enough.
They're
to,
just
to
a
win it.
filler, just to fit right in between
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
exactly.
Just a little bit more
and this
for them to
pay-per-view.
get a little bit more momentum.
Talking about Titus Worldwide and the whole thing with.
Shout out to him because he took 2,000 kids to go see Black Panther on his own dime.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
year. So
Yeah, that
Father
was
of the
that was
Year,
dope. That was dope.
Yeah, like he's a really good guy outside of the ring. I just wish he was given more of
More
a shot
shot.
by himself. Like he doesn't really need a tag partner if they would really just put some faith behind him by himself.
And also to continue on that point, I saw Black Panther.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Krssi saw Black Panther. Teddy saw Black Panther. Kervin hasn't gotten a chance to see it yet, but
By
What are
the
you
time
waiting
this
for?
episode's released, I probably would have seen it already.
yeah, and the movie was amazing. You had great
By
characters, and you also had people of color in a positive light
Yes.
that hasn't been showcased in a lot of ways. On a business level, the shit made a crazy amount of money.
Tons of money.
They broke so much records. It was
All about that money.
I mean, basically, it's either the most or second most popular or profitable Marvel movie
yeah.
that's come out. I think the only one that may be beating it right now is the first Avengers. With that said, with WWE and wrestling in general, how do you guys think the popularity of Black Panther is going to affect the industry of wrestling as a whole? As far as like workers, booking, wrestlers trying to find a gimmick, where do you see that going?
You're shaking your head, Teddy.
Nothing. I mean, I really thought about this question because Sonny keeps me up in the middle of the night doing fucking homework. Goddamn racist. But yeah, Vince thinks of people of color in two ways. He's either going to make you dance or he's going to make you some type of love machine. And I want you all to think about all of the black wrestlers we've had.
Or
They
criminals.
usually-
Shout out to Crime Time.
Well, yeah. So normally Vince likes his black wrestlers to dance. Shout out to the New Day. Shout out to Teddy Long, R-Truth, Naomi. It's Junkyard Dog.
Mark Henry.
That goes to the sex
Godfather
thing.
was
If
a
you're
pimp.
not dancing, then you're a sex machine. Shout out to Mark Henry. Shout out to Viscera. Shout out to the Godfather. So it's like Vince has this warped way of thinking about black wrestlers. So I don't think,
It's gonna affect
unfortunately,
I mean, basically, it's been a thing where the industry has played to the stereotypes to the up-team level, and it's
I really tried to think of a black champion, and I couldn't remember one besides Booker T. Tell me if I'm wrong.
well, Ron Simmons.
No, in the WWE, he was
in
the champion.
yeah.
So Booker T was the only one. Am I wrong?
And he
Was
wasn't.
there-
And he wasn't WWE. I mean,
he
a
was
lot
on
of people.
SmackDown, right? When he was King Booker, didn't he have the
King, yeah.
belt?
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was world heavyweight champion. He
But I
wasn't.
mean, in the WWE.
Yeah.
And I don't count The Rock and Roman Reigns because they're Samoan. But
Well, Roman Reigns you can't count because he's all Samoan. Rock is half
Samoan.
half Samoan. Because it was such a popular movie. Do you
Was
see
Kofi
like
Kingston ever a champion?
Kofi Kingston, no.
no? He was IC.
IC. Oh yeah.
IC?
Oh yeah. He'll
IC
give a black
champion.
guy the IC, and he'll give it to the
Okay.
women.
Well,
but that top spot, no.
everybody gets the IC.
Yeah.
But it's a thing where
Every whore on the corner can have an IC championship. Well,
the
Or
movie
tag
Black
team
Panther brings up
champion,
two
yes.
possibilities. One, realizing that a black champion or black character is bankable.
me.
If you have the right storyline and we're pushed.
But we don't have one. WWE.
Yeah.
We don't
Well,
have
I
one
mean
right this second.
that's still in the
It-
process of being developed and happening. Because of its popularity, do we see a possible retooling or bringing back of the superhero gimmick that, right now we're kind of like in the reality age?
Shout out to the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Making his appearance at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I don't see any more superheroes.
No superheroes, no.
I think all we're gonna get from like Black Panther to answer this question is New Day talking about it in one of their promos.
Perhaps.
Could probably.
Well, if you also go to WWE.com, Titus Worldwide, they try to talk about Black Panther in a promo they did backstage. It was on an exclusive thing that they did.
Also, at Monday Night Raw, if you saw Titus Worldwide come out, they did put up some X's.
Yeah.
Dana Brooke, Apollo, and Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, they did the whole greeting thing that they did in Black Panther in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that.
I mean, it was real subtle and low key,
You
but I
couldn't
mean,
really, you didn't really tell that it happened. If
Yeah.
you really had to be paying attention to it.
but I mean, it's something that you know,
Man, I caught that. I was looking at Dana Brooke.
like, why are you covering up? Why are you covering
So
up?
was I, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what? Let me ask you this, Krssi. You as not only as a black woman, but you are a mother to two young boys that, you know, they're watching WWE as a product right now. And as we were talking before we started recording, they were not responding to much of what they showed on Raw. But when they watched SmackDown, which we all kind of shitted on, they were responding to the New Day big time.
Yes, very much so. They like everything about them. They laugh. They're like gimmicking. They're imitating Big E. Like they're loving anything that the New Day they are doing. But
that's them kind of like seeing people that they identify with.
Right. Because when they were watching Raw, they were like, okay, I'm going to go play my video games now. But when they seen SmackDown and they saw the New Day, they were excited. I guess it's the whole, like, colors, and then they had the things coming across the screen while Big E is talking. So it could be a thing of that. Maybe it's more entertaining to little children because they only
they do hit the little kid demographic.
Right, they hit the kids because they're only 8 and 6. So to hold their attention you need to like hold it really good and like go run with it. So something like that. Hopefully,
I don't care. I'm not eating any pancakes out of Big E's trunks. I don't give a shit how hungry I am. I don't want no pancakes out of his trunks.
I think like the whole gimmick of the New Day is exciting for kids and is positive, and I think that's all it will be.
I mean, Vince is a genius. He knows how to make money, but
he absolutely
we as
does.
adults, we kind of can look at it like, okay, this is kind of silly.
Right.
You know? But children love it.
Children love it.
Same thing, yeah.
If you ask someone that doesn't watch wrestling, they're like, what are they doing?
I can remember growing up, we had the Nation of Domination, which was a bit of a risque angle.
Yeah.
But we didn't have the New Day back then.
No.
Now we have the New Day.
We didn't have something so exciting. And you had the Nation of Domination. You had one of the Dudley Boys, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Devon.
you had Devon.
What's
but
crazy?
then, like you said, you had like pimps to look at. We had lovers and
sexual chocolate.
Like you didn't have anything like what we have now. So I kind of with Teddy on the whole. Like I'm not sure it will make a difference. They just want to make money and they're gonna go with whatever makes them money.
I could see people on the independent circuit gravitating to Black Panther and trying to incorporate that as a gimmick. And if they get themselves over and then they get brought into NXT and then they go on to WWE, that's almost like a way for it to make an impact on wrestling. Because the thing is that it may not be a direct impact right now, but it could be something that could lead into something else later on.
I guess I can agree on that point then, Sonny. Yeah, we won't see it mainstream, but we might see it like in the indies, or we'll see it like in maybe Japan or something where it might be a little bit bigger over there than here.
Yeah, I mean, and if it gets big somewhere else, they're going to definitely say hell with it. Let's try and bring that shit in.
Right, exactly.
Hashtag delete. I mean, what's crazy, just to touch on something that you had said regarding the New Day, we had someone that came to one of our viewing parties who was a former talent of WWE who felt that New Day was kind of chucking and jiving.
Ooh.
He would not be completely wrong. Literally, Kofi Kingston twerks and skips. And even I don't skip. I stop at the twerking in my house. But this man
in the privacy of your own home.
In the privacy of my own home when I'm doing the Naomi Glow dance. But yeah, like...
And that's so far from what he used to be. His original character.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jamaican.
Literally, Big E is gyrating his hips the entire time, and we have what's the other one? Elijah Wood. He's
Elijah Wood.
Is that
Xavier.
Who the hell is Elijah Wood?
That's the actor.
You're getting
from Lord of the Rings.
Or it could be Elijah Burke.
Nah, he was thinking Elijah Wood.
Yeah, I was. See, this is how interesting
Lord of the
I am
Rings.
in him. Yeah, Xavier Woods. Yeah, so it's not for us. It's for children. But it's working.
It's the money.
Yeah.
They're bringing in a lot of money. They sell products.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean,
that's what Vince likes. Products being sold out of the park.
He loves money.
So that's just some thoughts on Black Panther and what the impact could be on wrestling as a whole. I mean, there's possibilities that it could make us, change the way the industry is on a local level, which would end up possibly translate into the WWE, or maybe it just won't do a damn thing, and they'll just be like, oh, well, that's just Marvel.
Just entertain us. That's all we want.
But for those of you who haven't seen Black Panther, get out, go support the movie. Ladies,
get dressed
listen
and go.
To Teddy.
Yes.
Go see Black Panther. Much eye candy. Shout out to Wakanda. I'm going to take a trip to Wakanda. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
But with that, Sonny, Take us home.
So that is a wrap for episode 7. Can't believe we made it to 7.
Yes.
Lucky number 7.
My favorite number, by the way.
And
Why
no
is
one
it your
shot me
favorite
yet.
number?
Why is it your favorite?
Basically because it's a lucky number. It's a number of God. It's a number of heaven.
7 baby mamas.
7.
Is that what you're working towards?
7 baby mom. Well, if it's the Bella twins, Naomi, Mickey
God,
James,
Stop saying their name. It makes me throw up in my mouth a little.
Kachina from Lucha Underground. And if I could pick 2 more, damn.
Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah?
No.
I'd rather Mae Young. We don't want to hear your spank.
Natalia and Dana Brooke for today. That's 7 right
Natalia?
there. Yeah, I like Natalia. She's good.
What?
Oh, all
With the
right.
cat?
She could get annoying with her talking too much,
Her
but I
own
like
husband doesn't want to sleep with her.
her. Well, he's been with her since he was like
He didn't
15
even
or
say
something,
Lana.
yo.
I would say
And
Lana.
that's a wrap for episode 7.
Come on now, man. Gets tired of that, man.
Kervin's thoughts are his own and do not respect
See,
the
you got the disclaimer this week. I didn't get it.
and do not reflect the thoughts and concerns of Yep, I
Yeah,
Like Wrestling.
I want to name more
as a
baby
whole.
mothers, but I can't name any more
God.
women wrestlers that
I
I
don't
really
need you
like.
spreading your seed all over
Trish,
the
I'm
WWE
sure.
locker room.
Well, you're the one that you said 7 baby mothers, so I had to
Even I'd bake Trish. That doesn't say much.
Oh, Trish! Oh my God! take out Dana Brooke.
Sola.
No, take out Dana Brooke and put Trish in there.
Lord have
She's like
mercy.
number 1. I
No
forgot all
Miss
about
Sable?
her.
Yo, listen, we're gonna fight after this over Trish. Anyway,
The original
so
queen.
She's number 1, and she's on top of like my wish list, above the Bella twins to me.
You know what? Next time we're going to have to do a men's wish list for me. How about that?
I'm down.
oh yeah,
Dollar's
yeah, yeah.
on there.
We'll do
I'm
that.
down.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, we.
No Roman Reigns
Yes,
is on there.
Teddy. Yes.
We'll do it when Sonny's out of town. When I run the show, we'll do it then
Yes, we're gonna do that.
uninterrupted.
Oh, okay.
have all the girls
Damn, I feel like I'm being wished away and shit.
Have the girls just come and we just talk about that.
Oh, that might be a very interesting episode.
Take us home, Sonny. We're waiting for your Uber car to drive us home.
Really?
Shit, all you guys are going on the boom boom.
On the whole train.
Shout out to the Godfather.
Burn it.
Yes.
And we talked about whorehouses, so why not the whole train?
Mr. Right. So anyway, listen, thank you for joining us for episode 7, like I said before. Also remember the Battle Club Pros Welcome to War show is on Saturday, March 3rd. Yep, I Like Wrestling is sponsoring that event. It's at 106 Bergen Avenue in Richfield, New Park, New Jersey. Doors open at 7 p.m. And thank you for joining us. And on behalf of myself, I am Sonny Sofrito.
I'm the one and only Katie Swagger, no relation to Jack Swagger.
I am the Miss Sensational Krssi Luv.
And I am the greatest general manager, and yep, I like wrestling. Stop putting it in my mouth, Kervin, for Christ's sake.
Ooh.
I am the greatest general manager.
Hashtag
and
no
yep,
homo.
Pause.
Finish, Teddy. Go ahead. We're waiting.
Get it out of your mouth, Teddy.
I am the greatest general manager, and yep, I like wrestling history.
Thank you for joining us. You guys take care. Peace out.
Bye.